Hello, Dana Wilde here, and welcome to the show. This is part 2 of Feel Good Marketing. How do you attract clients? You know, when I started getting into marketing, I started learning all these tips and techniques, and a lot of them are kind of feel bad. And this came up because I went to a webinar not so long ago, and the person giving the webinar was doing a lot of these traditional marketing techniques. It was things like, you know, you need to change, here's what you're doing, or here's how you're not measuring up, or, you know, even I think one of the sessions was like, you have these limiting beliefs and this is what's, you'd be spending this money except you have these limiting beliefs. That I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just like yucky. But I knew what she was doing. Like, I knew the mechanics behind what she was doing, and what she was trying to do was, you know, get into the client's pain, but she was doing it in a way that wasn't very effective, or like most people do it, I'm afraid. It wasn't a feel good. It was a big old feel bad, and it was very like shame based. And so I want to try to find a way to use good marketing techniques and methods and still at the same time make them a feel good. So last week, we talked a little bit about understanding your client's pain, understanding, getting into their head, knowing where they're at. And we talked that it's important to do because when you can identify what your customer is experiencing now, then you can have their particular activating system working on your behalf. Their part of their brain, that's the little matchmaker that lives in their head, is able to spot you on the radar. They're able to see what you're talking about because they're thinking about their problem and you're talking about their problem. So it's just like when you're thinking about getting a new car and then you see that new car. So it's important to understand where your client's at and talk about where your client's at, or their quote unquote pain, because it makes you visible to them. And so I want to give you 3 ways that you can do this and still make it a feel good. So the first one I alluded to last week, so I'll only touch on it briefly here. But the first one is empathy. And by empathy, I mean compassion. So if you're in the sandbox, then you probably are already empathetic. You probably already are intuitive. You have a personal transformation business. You have a mission-driven business. You are looking to help people. You're a change agent in the world. You know, you are doing your best to help the world be a better place. So this step should be easy for you. I tend to attract people who are compassionate and mission-driven, and, you know, change agents and teachers and connectors and all those good things. So really it's about understanding where they're at with that feeling of, hey, it's okay. You're doing the best you can, right? And so the next piece that is kind of piggybacks on that, the next tip or the next section is phrasing things in a way that saying it like, I'm like you. And even if you're not exactly spot on like them, try to look in your history or your past or your experiences where you might have had a similar experience to them that you overcame. You might have be able to even still today identify with them, but you're just a little bit further down the road. So it's kind of like saying, in my world, what I say are things like, I don't know about you, but I've bought a lot of programs and I haven't implemented them. And so this thing I'm going to talk to you about, that I'm going to offer you today, is to help you implement, right? So how are you like them? Because then it's not saying, you have limiting beliefs, you should spend this money because you have limiting beliefs. What you're doing is you're saying, you know what, we all have limiting beliefs, and I've got them too, and I've been there too, and let's talk about this in more detail, and let's find ways to overcome this together. Let me help you. I'm a little further down the road. So how are you like them? So compassion or empathy, how are you like them? Then the third one that I want to talk about is, it's not your fault. So often when people are using marketing techniques, they're using marketing techniques that are letting people know how inadequate they are and how they're not measuring up. That's feel bad marketing. Feel good marketing is helping people to understand that it's not their fault that they are where they are. They have been banging around doing the best they can, and they've been up against this whole cultural message that's saying something else, whatever that is. And the cultural situation they're dealing with might be their busy lives. They're getting pulled in a million directions. It might be the internet noise. It might be the world saying one cultural idea that's different from the way you teach or the way you believe. And that's, in my case, that's the one that I tend to use a lot, because the whole world is screaming, take action, take action, take action, take action, grind, 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 work more, work harder. And I'm telling people, guess what? It's not your fault that you're not further along in your business or that your business isn't growing faster. You've been using action to grow your business because that's what the whole world is telling you to do. Well, I'm here to tell you something different. I'm here to tell you it's not your fault that you didn't know mindset's what grows your business. So figure out what is the cultural thing that they're up against that makes it not their fault that they didn't know up until now. And now you're here to inform them. So feel bad marketing is steeped in blame and shame and having the client, getting them into their pain in a way that feels bad to them, like they should feel guilty or that they're at fault or feel shameful over what's happened to them. Feel good marketing deals with compassion and understanding and still being able to identify the situation the client's in, still being able to identify what they're going through, get into their head and name their pain, name the problem and name the pain they're going to, but do it in a way that is a feel-good way because you are there helping them out right along the way, holding their hand if necessary, but mostly standing by their side and saying, hey, let's do this together. Let's do this together. It's not your fault. It's you and me against the world. It's you and me against this whole cultural thing that's going on, whether it's a cultural idea, whether it's the peanut gallery, whether it's noise they have to cut through, whether it's their busy schedule. You are there by their side helping them to do it. Feel bad marketing, feel good marketing. Let's try to be smart about our marketing. Use the things that we know that work. Get attention by tapping into your client's reticular activating system, by tapping into their pain and their problem, but doing it in a way where they can feel hopeful rather than shameful. That's what we want to do at the Mind Aware. Now listen, I want to give you a quick little heads up. We're going to take a short hiatus here because guess what? Our next episode is our 500th episode. Watch Facebook, get on the mailing list and find out when this is happening because we're going to do it live. 500 episodes. We're going to have a big party. We're going to take a little 10-day hiatus here and then we're going to do this live. So come on into the Train Your Brain Facebook. You can find that at danawilde.com/Facebook group to learn more about when and where we are going live. If you go to danaupdate.com, you will go straight into the notification list and we will keep you posted on when it's happening. And you can be part of the party, even if you have to catch it on replay, but we'd love to have you live if you can. 500 episodes. Oh my gosh. Lots of goodness, lots of fun. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for that episode to happen, you keep rocking those mantras. You keep feeling good because you know what? Happiness is practical. I want you to step up and feel good and be you and get paid to be you and do all of the things that you love to do to build your business because you have every right to be happy on a day-to-day basis, to feel good, and to make money doing it. We'll see you real soon live on Facebook. Bye, everybody.